Now we are going to start contest session 2. The papers that will be presented in contest session 2 are about environment and economy and assessment of United Nations Millennium Development Goals. As we did in session 1, all the presenters must finish their presentation within 18 minutes, and 2 judges will make brief comments on the paper. Okay. First paper of the contest session 2 will be presented by Saulo Sulenova from Al-Fabri Kazakh National University. The title of the paper is Impact of Expo on Economy in Case of Lisbon 98 and Zaragoza 2008. Please give them a big hand.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor for us to be here to participate in this conference. Today, we are going to be talking to you about Expo, about sustainable development and impact of Expo to sustainable development and economy. I hope you will listen carefully and enjoy it. So first of all, we came from Kazakhstan. My name is Timur Ksimbai. My team member's name is Saule Suleimanova. Our country is situated in Central Asia. It's the 9th largest country in the world. Kazakhstan has borders with China, Russia. You can see from the first slide our flag, our capital, Astana, and world map. So, Kazakhstan has achieved the first 3 Millennium Development Goals and has set more ambitious MDG plus goals and targets, have poverty among the rural population, achieve universal secondary education, ensure gender mainstreaming in international planning and budgeting, prevent violence against women, and increase women's representation in legislative and executive bodies. So nowadays we don't have fundamental work about Expo exhibition, about impact of Expo exhibition for sustainable development. And so in our work, first goal of our work is to show you impact of Expo on sustainable development and to share with you the ways of promoting sustainable development issues among students.
The main goal of our work is to evaluate the impact of Expo on sustainable development. We concern the 2 case studies, Expo 1998 in Lisbon, Portugal, and the second one is 2008 in Zaragoza. Yes. What is actually sustainable development? Sustainable development is a model of human development which it is the way of development without compromising the future of the future generations and to succeed sustainable development. Now, let's talk about components of sustainable development. Sustainable development consists of social part, also economic part, and environmental part. So we can see that only mix of that components can give us sustainable development. Humanity has the ability to make development sustainable to ensure that it meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs.
So first of all, we would like to say, what is it? Expo, what is it? So Expo is an international exhibition. It's like a platform. It's an area which can help all countries from all over the world to show, to demonstrate their technical, innovative achievement. So as you know, our capital, Astana, got the majority of votes and won the Belgian city of Liège following the secret voting that took place at the 152nd General Assembly of the International Exhibition Bureau. So Astana was announced as the place to hold Expo 2017.
As we know, that economic side consists of investment. Oops. This one. GDP, employment, and impact on tourism. So now we're going to consider the Expo in Lisbon in 1998. Here we can see the planning of Ministry of Portugal, how macroeconomic impact will macroeconomic impact on Expo. So here we can see that it is the line is going to up. Here, the state of the economy in Portugal, macroeconomic impact of Expo. Here we can see the real numbers. And I'm sorry, I cannot see. Yes, this is statistics, and I cannot see. Okay. I'm sorry, just a minute. Okay, let's talk about consumption in Expo 98. So consumption and GDP was in 1994 it was 1.1, and then it was grown until 1998 in reached 1%. So next. This. Yes. According to this graph, we can see a comparative table expectation, blue line and dash line. So the blue line represents us the the expectations of Expo, and dash line was the results. So we can see that results was more than expectations. Here we can see the changes in consumption during Expo 1998. So here is real changes, and it is also goes up. here the line. Okay. According to this graph, we can see that employment level decreased from 1996 to 2000. In 1996, employment rate was 7.3%. Then, during the years when there was preparation for Expo, unemployment level declined. Thus, in 1998, it was 5.6% of total labor force. So we can see that unemployment rate in Portugal was declined. Here we can see the Expo Saragossa in 2008. So according to this graph, unemployment rate was declined too. Employment in services of total employment was raised up. Here, GDP index, it was rose up.
Okay, now we can see from these slides comparison between results and initials objective of Expo in Lisbon. So expected 8 million people, but in Rio was around 11 million people who visited Expo in Lisbon. Also, passenger registration. From this statistics of passengers registration at Lisbon International Airport, we can see that majority of tourists choose to live in 3-star hotels. We can see that 1998 was 85% who choose 3-star hotels. Passengers sought the port of Lisbon, not airport. During and after Expo. And impact on tourism Zaragoza, the number of people in million who were expected is 55%, and who attended is 45%. And the number of people who attended the best place in Zaragoza. Conclusion.
Now, let's see the conclusion of impact of Expo on economy. We can see that unemployment rate in hosting countries was declined, and it is good for economy of that countries. Also, investments comes to that countries, and impact on tourism, as Timur said, it was also good. A lot of tourists came to that countries. So, next.
Yeah, now we create some recommendation for our government.
From a student's point of view.
Yeah. First, so it will be better, in our point of view, to build more 3-star hotels than 5-star hotels, as they are available for most of the population.
Okay. The second, to improve the quality of different types of services, beginning from the hotel management to restoration and other services, to make sure that our guests feel comfortable themselves. Moreover, such feature as a hospitality is very close to Kazakh people. It is a well-known fact that from ancient Kazakh people were nomadic, and every person who comes to house must be welcomed by the host of the house. Third recommendation, we are all the representatives of our country, and therefore it is not just government's business to organize all the procedures of Expo. On our opinion, it will be very interesting to involve in such processes students as volunteers. Thus, it shouldn't be mandatory. Consequently, the result of their work will be more significant and creative. At the same time, our group suggests for the government to do some contests for students, such this contest, and the students interested to win as very ambitious future leaders of their country. And they can help to the government with their creative ideas.
So the price for entrance tickets should be middle level. It means not very high and not very low to make it available for the rest of the population. For example, in the Expo 2008 in Zaragoza, Spain, the entrance tickets were overpriced, so the organizers forced to reduce prices. So we don't have enough time. Green Campus.
No, I want to. Okay, and fifth, procedures to obtain. Procedures to obtain visa support should be simplified, at least for the period of Expo, and thus more people can come to visit such major event of the world. It is desirable not only for the government of Kazakhstan, but for all stakeholders and representatives from different parts of the globe who will participate in Expo. So, increasing efficiency of using the energy. We can see, and we all know, that we don't have so many resources, and we have to save it. So, in our point of view, how we can increase the efficiency of energy using. We can save energy and using energy efficiency equipment. Big things have small beginnings. In Kazakh National University, we are part of a Green Campus, and we do a lot of projects, and one of them is to save energy and promote sustainable development issues and MDG 7 actually in all of the faculties. And so this is a slide from. Okay, and also we are participated in Central Asia Energy Efficiency Learning Portal as interns, where this is project of USAID, and here we are doing the job of helping the staff of USAID. This devoted to increasing the energy efficiency, and this portal should be open not only for the students, it is also for all stakeholders and who interested in increasing energy efficiency. And this is our view how we can increase the energy efficiency and promote sustainable development among the students. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. I will give you a very short comments on your presentation. The issues on trade and industrialization is really important to achieve Millennium Development Goals, and also your presentation on the impact of Expo for sustainable development is quite crucial and in somewhat related to MDG, I think. So I would say your presentation is relevant to this competition event. However, I have to point out some weak points from your presentation. First, the presentation itself is not so well organized to catch the audience eyes. And actually, it's not easy to understand the impact of the Expo on the economic growth. And you choose the topic. And also, it's not so systematic to show the evidence to persuade the audience. So I think if you add some more evidence, very small evidence, data, and also it would be good to give some pictures of what is the correlation between the economic growth and Expo event in the country, and to show it is important to achieve the Millennium Development Goals. Because, to be honest, I don't see any relations about your topic to the Millennium Development Goals you just presented. So I'm really sorry to say about this, but this is my impression from your presentation. Thank you.
Hi. Sorry. Do you mind if I just jump in quickly there? Well, congratulations. I mean, an admirable, effort to take on what is a really challenging topic. I mean, you can see this in other parts of the world today where governments are seeking to tally up the macroeconomic benefit of taking on big events like this. I mean, it's happening in the UK now. They've put together a figure on the benefits of the London Olympics last year on the country, and it's clear to everyone that none of these measurements are an exact science and probably won't ever be because they can't be. So, congratulations for taking that on. And, that's admirable, obviously, with the aims of ensuring bang for the buck for Kazakhstan in the future. So that's great. I think, I thought that your definition of sustainable development was great. I thought that, maybe you could go a little bit more into what human development means within that context, i.e. beyond GDP. But overall, I think well done. And I'm sure that you could establish some really good partnerships here with a number of Korean universities for your green campus stuff. So thanks a lot.
Okay, I also share other judges that you're attending here is your presentation is good, and I like to praise your attempt to raise the possibility of promoting initial impact on your Kazakhstan economy with the Expo. That's a good idea, I think. And maybe it may not be directly related to MDG goals currently, but in the future, in post-2015 development agenda, this kind of new young people's idea can be reflected on. So, and as for the empirical works, I have some worry that your graphs shows some boosting effect before the Expo period, before 1998. But the boosting effect does not sustain. So my question is whether we can say it sustainable growth impact. That's my main comments. And you provided very specific and helpful suggestions for your 2017 Astana Expo, including such ideas as building 3-star hotels based on the experience of other countries. and setting the price moderately. So that kind of idea is quite a specific and helpful suggestion. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for your comments and presentation. Please give them a big hand. Next, Dan Joachim from Romania will make presentation with other students. The title of the papers is Eco-Innovative Solution for Revigorating the Rural Communities in Black Region. Please welcome her with a warm round of applause.
Hello to everyone. My name is Dan Joachim. I am from Romania, and I have the honor of presenting you our study made in collaboration with Olesa Karabinovic from Moldova and Nikita Shumskih from Ukraine, and coordinated by Professor Eden Mamut from Ovidius University of Constanța, Romania. Our work studies the implementation of eco-innovative solutions for revigorating the rural communities in the Black Sea region.
As everybody knows, the problem of energy and sustainable development is a global concern. His Excellency Ban Ki-moon made the sustainable energy one of his main targets for his second term as Secretary General. But the implementation of such initiative depends on the specific condition at regional and local scales. The chosen area is Black Sea region. The study supposed the evaluation of the impact of national policies related to the support and promotion of projects on renewable energy in the Black Sea region countries, and the analysis of the key factors that could improve the sustainable development of rural areas.
And right now, let us take an example for Romania related to the evolution of installed wind power. Between 2006 and 2012, in our country, there was a spectacular growth from 3 megawatts to almost 2,000. And we are probably wondering, wow, how could this have happened? The secret is that in the process of integration in the European Union, which happened in 2007, our country had the obligation of offering a package of incentives for encouraging the renewable projects, based on green certificates. And this package of incentives was actually quite generous, and a lot of investors considered it to be a real business, and they started to install a lot of wind turbines. But in a few years, in some villages, appeared a lot of rumors and even revolts against wind parks projects. Besides political issues and even, let's say, corruption, of course, the local communities had very little benefits from the implementation of this kind of wind projects. Because of that, right now, more and more it is searched for alternative solutions by improving the renewables, but at the same time with local communities' development.
The proposed research paper has been developed under the frame of the Black Sea University Network, which coordinated the United Nations Academic Impact Hub on Sustainability. The research team is proposing a reference methodology that could be used in the multi-criteria decision phase of renewable energy projects proposed to be developed in the rural areas. 3 case studies are developed for comparative analysis between Romania, Moldova, and Ukraine. Using the results, there are proposed possible solutions to improve the policies and action plans at the national and local levels. In our research, we are following a methodology that consists on closed-loop value chains. This means that the human activities have to be conceived in localized closed loop, including production, use, recovery, and recycling over the entire lifetime, optimized to minimize the raw material extraction from the natural environment and the minimization of waste.
The framework of our study is structured on three coordinates as economical, ecological, and socio-institutional. For each of these coordinates have to be known detailed indicators and parameters. The term environmental innovation, or shortly eco-innovation, relates to, of course, innovation, but at the same time with a decrease of negative influence to natural environment. So each project has to be considered as a mixture between economic prosperity, environmental sustainability, and social well-being. Specifically, the methodology to be followed at local level is centered on ecosystem services. The decision based on ecosystem services consists on multi-criteria process taking into account aspects related to ecology, technology, society, and economy. Actually, the ecosystem services means the benefits that of course, people take from the ecosystem. The methodology we took into consideration for developing our study consists on the following matrix with specific levels. The first one would be an evaluation of ecosystem factors. After that, we would analyze for some economic opportunities for the economic development, from which we will select a few key development factors. Also, we will make the life cycle and economical assessment for each of these solutions. And the last one would be the use of a multi-criteria decision for the selection of the optimal solution. Characteristic for the villages from the three chosen countries is the lack of capacity to implement coherent policies in agriculture. That led to a dramatic deterioration of the rural communities. In terms of renewable energy sources, we have three situations, as Romania, with the most generous system of subsidies based on green certificates, Ukraine, that is following the feed-in tariffs, and Moldova that has not yet implemented, but is envisaging a scheme on feed-in tariffs. Also on the slide it can be seen that three chosen countries represented: Romania by Tătaru village, for Moldova, Șeptelici, and in case of Ukraine we have the village Luciste.
Now we shall present three case studies into consideration and analyze by using the previous methodology. For Romania, the chosen area is represented, done by Tătaru village. One of the best opportunity for economic development is the agriculture potential. For more than half of population, the agriculture is the main source of income and employment. In this table, it is presented the result of the calculation related to the economic analysis made for the three situations. First one is a combined heat and power plant. The second is a pellet plant combined with 10,000 square meters greenhouse. And third is a 200 hectares irrigating system supplied with electricity from a wind turbine. With red, it can be seen that value for total and yearly cost, the incomes and payback periods. And also it was determined the human factors need and the degree of pollution caused by the emissions.
Right now, case of Moldova, and the chosen village is Șeptelici, where it operates 5 public institutions, and there is also a non-working zootechnical farm. Also, the agricultural and forestry sector, it is a well-developed one. And about the biomass, we can say that the entire amount from the entire area, okay, it has a value of 1,500 tons. For the key development factors, we choose as the first solution a combined heat and power plant for producing heat and electricity for supply. That's 5 public institutions. Also, as the second one, the cow manure producing biogas for obtaining heat and electricity. And the third solution would be a photovoltaic plant for production of electricity. From the table,